Hey, it's Leslie. I just wanted to talk to you tonight. I'm very excited. The Top Earner Success School that I'm doing with Ray Higdon starts tonight. Um, and it's just got me thinking because I'm trying to refocus myself and refocus my business. So I've just been thinking a lot about what does that mean? I listen to a lot of things. I do a lot of personal development, and I want to be able to share that with you. I did a lot of searching for what I wanted to be a part of, and it just seems like the program that Ray Higdon offers, and his method is invest, learn, and teach. And that is something I can definitely stand behind. Um, so I'm investing in it. I want to learn as much as I can, soaking things in all the time, and I want to be able to teach it to you. And he encourages that model, obviously, because that's the way he does it. So I'm looking forward to it. Today I want to talk to you um, I just want you to kind of evaluate yourself. I did this. I know I'm not where I want to be. I know I deserve to be more successful. I'm going to be more successful, and I'm putting things into place to be prepared for that. So are you where you want to be? I don't know if you want to think about that in a business perspective, in your career perspective, life, whatever that may be. Just are you where you want to be? And then be honest with yourself. Are you the one holding yourself back? One of the things I'm learning, and I do it to myself, we all do, negative self-talk is big. 80% of our self-talk is negative, and 95% of the time we're talking to ourselves. So we're the ones that are fueling all of our frustrations, our failures, our doubts. It's on us. We're just creating that culture within ourselves and setting ourselves up for failure and holding ourselves back. One of the things I say a lot, I'm like, get out of your own way. Get out of your comfort zone. Those are our limitations. We usually have put them in place ourselves. It's not that there's this limit to what we can do. We're putting it there on ourselves. So I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you where you want to be? And is it because of yourself and your negative self-talk? You don't believe in yourself. You don't think you deserve it. We want to eliminate those things. Let's get them out of the way so that you set yourself up and you believe that you're going to be successful. And just to put a picture on that, if you went out and bought a brand new computer, would you put Windows 95 on it? Are you going to run a brand new system, put something brand new in place on old software? So why are you trying to be a better you with the same limitations that kept you in failure before? We just need to switch our mind around and make sure we're setting ourselves up for success. And the way you're going to do that, you're actually going to just interrupt that pattern of self-talk. You're doing it to yourself. I want you to become aware of it. Become aware of when you're negative, when you're doubting yourself, when you're making excuses. My team knows I talk about that a lot. Are you just making an excuse? An excuse can be anything. I don't feel like going to the store today. My car's red. It's dumb, right? I mean, there's no reason. It's just an excuse. And any excuse will do for ourselves a lot of times. So we're just going to try to get rid of those things. What makes you different than the next person that's successful? It's the way we talk to ourselves. Successful people talk to themselves different. They believe in themselves. They don't have limiting beliefs about money or success or what they can be. They truly believe in themselves, and that is what makes a difference because they're listening to their self-talk and it's not negative. So again, just switch your brain around, switch the way you're thinking about it. They say that our thoughts drive our emotions, which drive our actions, which create our habits, which is our life. So did you notice that started with thoughts? So how are you talking to yourself? If your thoughts eventually become your life, then we need to think good thoughts. We need to think happy thoughts, successful thoughts. That is your belief system, and that is where you're going to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on good. We're not going to focus on I can't, so we can turn those to how can. I can't afford the new car I want. Don't say I can't. Say, how can I afford the car I want? That's believing that it's going to happen. Maybe you don't know when, and obviously you're trying to figure out how, but you're not putting that limiting belief that you can't have something or you can't do something. It's how can I? Maybe it's when can I? But take those negative thoughts out of there. So we're going to empower ourselves. We're going to make choices that are good for our future, not focused on choices we would have made in the past. We're going to focus on long-term fulfillment versus short-term satisfaction. Is it in your plan for what you want in the long run? Focus on what you're doing right. Don't focus on what you're doing wrong. I have a weight loss group going right now, a weight loss challenge group, trying to encourage them and be there for accountability for them. And, you see them, a lot of times you had some chips at lunch. That's not a failure. It doesn't make you a failure. Don't focus on anything negative. Focus on, hey, I tried something new and I had this super healthy sandwich. So you just want to focus on what you're doing right and just keep striving to do those things. We're talking about how your thoughts become your life. And your story is what's going to drive a lot of who you become and what you can do. So don't let your story be your excuse. You had a bad childhood, you had a bad marriage, you had whatever. Don't let those things be your excuse to why you can't do something different in the future. Just use it all for good, and we're going to empower ourselves and get rid of negative self-talk. Again, I'm super excited starting this training tonight, so I don't even know what's coming after this, but I'm hoping to bring you some good stuff. Thanks. Talk to you later.